And a pleasant good Wednesday evening to you, everyone, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to more of Phillies baseball as the Phillies and the Braves getting set for Game 3 of this four-game set. As you see the pitching matchup there, Zach Eflin looking for win number 8. He will be taking the bump tonight. Phils lead the series 2-0 as we take a look at the calendar. So far, this series has gone the Phillies' way. As we see here, the first game was a shutout. That was won by Zach Wheeler, who won his 12th. That was 6-0. And, of course, last night's game, of course, I was on vacation down in Virginia, as a matter of fact. We just got back today. 11-3 was the final. It started out pretty shaky for Jake the Snake, but boy, did it end up in his favor, as not only did he pitch a complete game for the win, but he also got a home run, a 3-run home run in the process, striking out 9 and just really cementing his spot, I have to believe, between him and Aaron Nola for Cy Young Award winner. But those are the two games so far. Now tonight's another night. As we see, we have Zach Eflin against Sean Newcomb. Zach Eflin, last couple outings, he's been pretty decent. Nothing really to hang your hat on, but he has been very effective. As you see his record there at 7-4, be opposed by Sean Newcomb, who is a very pesky left-hander, to say the very least. As we will see just momentarily, we're getting ready to go. Just kind of getting it done here on the page. Oh, by the way, while I'm posting this on the page, don't forget to check out the page on Facebook. Bilskie's Phillies season. You can put it in the search thing on Facebook and bring that up. And just follow along. Very good news that I heard while I was down in Virginia, that the baseball season of 2020 will begin, although it's only going to be 60 games. We will have baseball this season, which I am absolutely ecstatic about. But I will continue this as we go. I don't know if we'll be playing every game every night, but for those of you who are Phillies fans out there who I'm sure, like myself, will be tuning in to watch the real thing, I might be doing a seasonal game here and there, or I might just carry on the whole season. I don't know. But I will definitely be in for some Phils action, and I'm very happy that baseball is, in fact, back. So we're just going to get right at it, starting a little bit earlier tonight, as we're going to get right into it here. Got a bit of a change in the lineup, so to speak. And we'll go with their alternates. Phil's always with their... They got to find some new alternates for the road. I mean, I like the grays with the red, but they got to find some alternate road jerseys. So here we are at Truist Park as we're getting set for Game 3. Clear skies there in Atlanta. Zach Eflin, your starter, and here is your starting lineup. Giving some bench players some time, but also keeping some of the starters in there. Clearly not all of them, as Didi and Kutch and Kingery and Quinn, the top 4. So the bottom 4 of the lineup basically are generally bench players, but they are in. As you see our lineup there, Roman Quinn gets the start at the leadoff position, playing center field. Scott Kingery, the second baseman, batting second. Batting third, Sir Didi. Didi Gregorius has proven that he can hit left-handed pitching. That's why I left him in there. Giving Bryce Harper the night off this tonight as well. Kutch in there at the cleanup spot. More than earned it. Playing left field, Josh Harrison will be playing right field tonight. Talk about a utility player. This guy can play all over the diamond. With the exception of catcher and pitcher, this guy can play pretty much everywhere in the field, so I put him in right field. Andrew Knapp will get the start again behind the plate. He'll be batting 6th. Batting 7th and playing first base tonight, Neil Walker. Batting 8th, playing third base tonight, Phil Gosselin in there at the hot corner. And batting 9th and pitching, Zach Eflin. As we take a look at tonight's starting 9, you see it there? It is Quinn, Kingery, and Gregorius. McCutchen, Harrison, and Knapp. Walker, Gosselin, and Eflin. Not your average everyday lineup, but so far the bench has proven they can come in here and get the job done for your 64-14 Phils. Getting ready to take on Sean Newcomb and the Atlanta Braves, and we take you to Truist Park. Matt Vasgersian and the boys take it away. Enjoy the game, everybody.
We are under the lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Major League Baseball. Tonight, an intriguing matchup between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Atlanta Braves. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Sean Newcomb is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for the Braves. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, hitters have had their way with this guy this year. This is a stat any pitcher doesn't want to have attached to him. The league hitting over 300. That's righties and lefties hitting over 300 against this guy. That's something he's going to drastically have to improve on.
Now at the plate, Roman Quinn having a very nice year, currently second in the NL batting chase.
There's no way you could have forecasted this kind of season from this guy. Not to take anything away from him, but I don't think many people in baseball considered him to be one of the league's best hitters for average coming into this year.
Well, boys, these Braves, as they take the field here tonight, they came out on the losing end last time out and are in a bit of a skid. In fact, they've lost 7 of their last 10.
Yeah, Matty, this team has taken it on the chin the first 2 games of this series, getting blown out in each game. They need a better effort in this one.
No doubt about it. I think things haven't gone their way, and this is the time to turn things around now, Dero. It's been an ugly series up to this point, and they need to turn it around pronto today.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. High in the air down the right field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. The 1-2. Lifted in the air out towards left center. And that's into the gap and should be extra bases. And he's going to try for 3 right out of the chute tonight. And he'll get there as he kicks off the ball game with a triple. So he's in at third to kick off the inning as you take a look at the league leaders in triples. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. And in steps Scott Kingery as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. Great chance to drive in a run here in the early going. The 1-0. Heading out towards shallow right. Acuna's there for it. He's there to make the catch, and here comes the runner from third as this should get him on the board. The tag, and he is out at the plate. So much for our first run of the ball game. With that, here's the starting lineup for the visiting Philadelphia Phillies. Dero, how do they lock up a series victory here on the road?
Well, Matty, the old cliche goes battlers, grinders. I know it gets old saying that, but that's the exact description of what this lineup presents today to the opposing pitcher. They do not strike out. He is going to have to grind. He is going to have to keep the ball in the ballpark, and his defense is going to have to be on point.
The 1-0 home. Inside and low, 2-1. Pitch on the way.
This is where you cash your checks right here. 3-1. You're one of the best hitters in the game. You live for situations like this.
Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. Hit out towards second. Albies picks it up. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Phillies go down quietly there. It's the Phillies nothing, Braves coming up. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Zach Eflin, a right-hander from Florida, gets the ball as the starter here. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
This guy's a pretty good pitcher, and I was looking through the stats, and one thing jumped out at me: a sub 1.20 whip coming into this start. That tells me a couple of things. One, he's not afraid to throw strikes, and 2, when he does throw strikes, he throws quality and he still gets people out. It'll be fun to watch this guy work in this one today.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect Ozzie Albies. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Swinging a ball yanked down the right field line, and that'll hop over the wall out there as he starts the home first with a ground rule double.
You can see that he was all over that pitch, yanking it down the line. They're lucky that thing bounced over the fence, because if it would have gotten lost in the corner out there, there's no telling how far he could have gotten.
Nick Markakis digging in now as he'll take a look at ball one. These Phillies, as they enter play here tonight, fellas, they're definitely in a nice stretch as they've won 6 of their last 7 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, this team finds itself with a huge lead, double digits right now, and climbing, playing really good baseball. Some people will say, oh, you don't want to have that big a lead, you start resting on your laurels. I look at it the other way, man. You've earned the right to kind of get some guys off their feet if the manager wants to. There's a lot of different ways you can go about it. This team's focused and playing really good baseball. I would not worry about it. Keep pushing the throttle. You would think in this situation, maybe with a base open, he'd just pitch around them and put him on first. But not with the guy in the on-deck circle. He's going to attack this hitter.
And he misses there for ball 4. So runners are at first and second now with nobody out.
Boy, oh boy, that's a tough one for the pitcher. He's definitely wondering, where the heck was that pitch? I think he called it high, but our strike zone says otherwise.
Stepping up now, Freddie Freeman, and he's the right man for the job with runners in scoring position as he ranks 5th in the National League in RBIs entering play.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people are surprised by that. Listen, it's still early. I'm not saying he won't keep this up, but things tend to even out as the season goes along.
Here comes the first pitch. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1. Barely able to make contact, down 0-2 now.
Yeah, you could tell he was ready for another fastball, but the pitcher went to breaking ball, and the hitter just fouls that one off.
And he pops it up. And that's going to get the job done. It's a base hit. The run comes across to score, and they jump ahead 1-0.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roy. You get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%, not trying to do too much, able to quiet the moment down, center himself, and come through in a big spot. This is exactly the situation you drew up from an offensive standpoint. Good pitcher on the mound, but you got a chance to bury him early in this one.
Markakis at second. Freeman on at first with nobody out. On the ground to third. Fielded cleanly to second for 1. On to first, and they get the double play. Here's Marcell Ozuna, and as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Now a 58-foot curveball that misses for a ball. Eflin, it's a guy who throws a lot of strikes, rarely walks people, but what does bite him occasionally is the home run ball.
Matt, this is a guy that's not a power type of pitcher, so he needs to rely on being down in the strike zone. One of the keys, he tends to lose being aggressive when he falls behind, and he kind of nibbles around the strike zone. And what happens with that, Matty V, he becomes very predictable. And when you don't have overpowering stuff, you tend to be able to get hit hard.
Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Men on third with 2 down. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. Well, this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Another one sent foul. Just hung in there on that one. Here's the 1-2. He got him. Lively fastball that time, and it puts an end to the inning. So a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. We move ahead to the top of the second now. It's the Braves 1 and the Phillies nothing. Here's Andrew McCutchen now. He comes in today leading the National League in hitting this year.
This season really shouldn't come as a surprise to many. We all know what kind of skill this guy produces when he has a bat in his hands.
Here's the first pitch to him. Strike taken as the curveball drops into the bottom part of the zone. And set up behind the plate is Joe McDonald as you see the rest of our umpiring crew in this one.
You know, you got to take your time and feel Joe McDonald out behind the dish a little bit. He has a tendency to move his zone around, usually settling in those middle innings.
There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. And he's going to have room to put this one away, and that's the first out. Coming to the plate now, Josh Harrison, and he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. In tied at 93, ball 1. And he looks at a curveball that falls in 1-1. Pitch on the way. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
I'd be real surprised if he goes back out away there on the mound. This is a count for a fastball challenge, and we'll see if he's ready for it in the box.
The 2-1 home. Slapped hard the opposite way, and that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit. In now, Andrew Knapp as the first pitch misses high and inside for ball 1. His career numbers in this matchup, he's 0 for 5. And that misses low and inside. 2 balls and no strikes.
You thank your lucky stars when you get a chance to hit behind a guy with as much speed as he has on first base. The entire defense is on guard, and you know probably there's a fastball coming.
Throw over to the bag. Lifted into the air out towards center field. Markakis has a read on it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Here's Neil Walker. It was a 3-hit effort from him last night, so he was a big part of that victory. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Pitch misses. The throw down. Not in time as he steals second.
It was pretty obvious he would likely be on the move with 2 outs, and I'm sure the defense knew it too. But he has lightning speed and was able to take the bag anyways.
One and 0. Here it is. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Now you can see he's working around this guy right here. Why not? First base is open. Walk wouldn't be the worst thing in this spot.
The set and the 2-0 down the third baseline, but a foul ball, and it's 2-1 now. And a big swing and a miss here. 2 strikes. 2 out here and a runner at second. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. One left for Philadelphia. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. Last half of the second set to go, and next to hit is the catcher, Tyler Flowers. First offering on its way. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Change up low, 2-0. Two and one after the foul ball there. Now here it comes. Slider misses, and he's in danger of losing him here. 3-1.
He walked a guy back in the first, and now he's looking like he might hand out another free pass to the leadoff guy here. You can't be walking a guy an inning and think you're going to have any success.
Hit high and deep out to left field. And it's gone. A solo shot here to left. Number 13 for him on the year. And it's given Atlanta a 2-0 lead. Digging in now, Charlie Culberson, looking to stay hot. He's been a real threat at the plate the last week or so. Here comes the first pitch. Base is empty here with nobody out. Popped him up. Now moving to his left. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Batting in, the third baseman, Adam Duvall.
Now batting, Adam Duvall. One run in and one gone so far this inning. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Now the 1-0. A bouncer up the middle. And that finds its way through for a base hit.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
So now to the plate, Sean Newcomb. Now a bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. And they'll put the tag on him going to first, but the sacrifice is successful.
Sacrifice was in order right there as he gets the bunt down right there. And sometimes it's easier to just tag him instead of making that throw to first base.
So it's back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring up Ozzie Albies. First pitch on its way. Fastball over the outside, but in there for a strike.
Even though it's early on in this one, anytime you get runners in scoring position, you'd like to knock them in.
The 0-1. Tried to pull that one back, but he couldn't do it, and it's 0-2 now. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Now about a 58-foot breaking pitch that he wisely lays off here.
Hey, the fish ain't biting there on that 0-2 breaking ball, but you got to be careful because this pitcher might throw him another one.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way.
34 pitches for him through an inning and 2/3 right now. That's not terrible, but it's a lot higher than he'd like.
Ready with the 2-2. Squared that one up just a little late. The 2-2 one more time. Curveball bounces, and this one gets away. And over to third now is the runner.
That can be a tough read as a runner on second to see if the ball has gotten away enough to move to third. You have to be sure you can make it. He was there, and now he's only 90 feet away.
Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. Swinging a hard hit ball down the line in right. And now it'll kick around in the corner. And that'll bring home run number 3. It's now a 3-0 cushion. And he's safe.
Looks like the pitching coach is going to come out and have a word with him. Don't like to see that in the second inning, but once he makes sure he's okay physically, I'm sure it'll be just words of encouragement the rest of the way.
At the plate now, Nick Markakis, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. He drew a base on balls his first time up. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. Shooting for that low inside corner, but he missed with it. 1-2.
Hey, this is a big pitch right here. Can't allow them to tack on any more runs. Let's see if he attacks his zone or buries something in the dirt.
Hit on the ground out to short. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. We'll go now to the top of the 3rd. It's the Braves 3 and the Phillies 0. All set for the start of the inning, and standing in is the veteran third baseman, Phil Gosselin. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Pitcher wants to have a quick inning right here, capitalize on the momentum his batters have.
Fastball well outside. Fastball, and he has to bend out of the way of that one.
You know, pitching isn't always about throwing strikes. Sometimes you just need to make sure your opponent isn't too comfortable up there, and that's just what he did right there. Busted him inside with good hard stuff.
3-1 to him now. Ground ball right side. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third. Digging in now for Philadelphia, Zach Eflin, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Pitch on the way. Not even close on that swing. No balls and a strike. One out, nobody on. Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now. 0-2. A 1-ball, 2-strike count to the Phillies pitcher.
Basic pitching right there. 0-2 fastball up and out of the zone. Change the eye level. Now time to go to that curveball down and away.
Now a swing and a miss here as he's down on strikes. So it's 2 up, 2 down to begin the third.
Well, there's the great equalizer, the changeup, El Cambio. Listen, if you can keep that pitch in your back pocket and pull it out when you need it like he did right there, usually hitters, they don't stand a chance.
Into the box now, Roman Quinn. He'll try to bunt his way on as he gets this one down. And he can't make the play as he overruns it, but that should be scored as an infield single. Another multi-hit game for him here tonight. No surprise there as we take a look at the league leaders in hitting. And as you see there, he's sitting in second place in the National League in that department. Stepping in now, Scott Kingery, as he will take a look at a fastball in there as that strike zone expands just a little. It's 0-1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. A 1 pitch on its way. Fly ball out to straightaway right. Acuna's there for it, and that ends the inning. Phillies strand 1. They trail in this one 3-0. With Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian with you as Freddie Freeman settles in to start out the inning.
Freeman.
Here's the first pitch to him. He pulls this one high and deep to right center field. A ball that's carrying. On the warning track, he makes the catch. So 1 gone now as we give you a look at where these two teams find themselves entering play in the National League's Eastern Division race. Digging in to try it again, Ronald Acuna. First delivery to him on the way. And he gets ahead 0-1.
I guess the game plan from the offensive standpoint today coming into this one was they were going to work the counts. They've been super patient at the plate in the early goings of this game, and they've got the lead looking for more.
A ball and a strike. Takes a look at a changeup there, and it's a ball and 2 strikes now.
Great job on those last 2 pitches of varying speeds. Gave him a hard fastball, and then he locked him up with a changeup.
The 1-2 pitch. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
He's not going to feel good about that at bat, nor should he. You have to want to swing the bat, but he just stood there and looked at 4 straight pitches. Hopefully, we'll see him get a little bit more aggressive next time.
And that'll bring in Marcell Ozuna, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. 0 for 1 here in the early going. The 1-0. Swing and a liner. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. And now it'll rattle up against the wall. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Dan, after that base hit, he's extended his hit streak to 9 games, and you know he wants double digits.
Oh, there's no question about it. Listen, anybody can get a 9-game hitting streak, but when you call your buddies or send out a text message and say, hey, I'm about in double digits, so 9 games is nothing to sneeze at, but he'd love to get it to 10.
Perhaps he can drive another one out of the park just like he did back in the second. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Hey, with first base open, pitcher's definitely going to nibble and try and see if the hitter expands the zone.
Pitch is way outside, and he can't even get a glove on it. Good job there as the count goes to 1-2. 2 out here and a runner at second. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Harrison has to retreat to the track, but he has it to retire the side. Danger averted following the 2-out double. The three of us return with more Wednesday Night Baseball after this. All set for the start of the 4th, and stepping up as the shortstop, Didi Gregorius. First pitch on its way. 0-1 the count. And he falls behind 0-2. And he fouls this one off.
This guy's been really on point so far, but it's not getting any easier. He has to get through 4, 5, and 6 right here.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And it's fouled away. The next 0-2. Misses for ball 1.
If I'm in the box, you take a step out right here. Take a deep breath after that high fastball. You got to be leery of him burying something in the dirt.
Fastball swung on and missed for the first out. So after getting the strikeout on the fastball, not a bad time to check out our pitch speed comparison for our 2 starters. And we've got 2 guys bringing some serious gas for you, as you see there. Top speeds 96 and 97. So 1 away here with the bases empty, and that'll bring up the former National League MVP Andrew McCutchen. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Well below the knees, laid off on the changeup there. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. Fouled off. Here's the 1-2 delivery.
Three-two counts are usually a time to challenge the hitter, but I think he'll be careful here. Shoot for the corner, and if you miss and you walk him, so what? That's better than him putting one in the seats.
Now the payoff pitch home. McCutchen will take one that misses. It's ball 4.
Well, he battled to get it to a 3-2 count, but that pitch wasn't even close. Now he's got a man on with 1 out, so he's got to focus on trying to get the ground ball.
So 1 gone in the inning here with a runner at first, and the ever versatile Josh Harrison digs in. From the stretch. Grounded to the right. Freeman is up with it. Culberson on to first, and it's another double play. They're second in the first 4 innings as that one will retire the side. Down quickly go the Phillies. Still down 3-0. Welcome back to Truist Park just outside Atlanta as we send it down to check in with Heidi.
Matt, I had a chance to discuss the Braves offense with their manager Brian Snitker during the commercial break. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. They've been able to push across 3 runs to this point, but they've also made the opposition work extremely hard. He's thrown a lot of pitches, and they think they're going to have a good opportunity to push across a lot more runs as he tires or as they get into that bullpen.
All right, Heidi, thank you. Bottom of the inning now, and that'll bring in the Georgia native Charlie Culberson. First offering on its way. Hit in the air down the right field line. But this will wind up being a foul ball. The windup and the 0-1. Chased out of the zone there, and he's down 2 strikes. Fouled away. The 0-2 once more. Hit hard towards center, and that's a base hit. 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances. So it's an inning opening base hit, and the Braves have a man on.
Dan, that hit right there extends his hit streak to 8 games. Are you aware of stuff like that?
No doubt about it right now. He's swinging the bat really well, and after that knock right there, hey, listen, 8 games is nothing to sneeze at, so you can say, hey, he's gone a whole calendar week with getting at least 1 base hit, so there's a lot of positives going on right now.
Adam Duvall is in for the second time here as he looks at one outside. It's 1-0. 3 runs, 7 hits, and no errors so far for Atlanta. A little over anxious that time as it's a ball and a strike. Two and 1.
Great game plan so far by this offense. They're not chasing any of those breaking balls out of the zone.
Set, and the 2-1 pitch.
No reason to sit on anything other than the hard stuff in a location you like and drive it right now.
Just behind the fastball there. 2 strikes now.
When you get yourself to a 3-1 count and you get a fastball, those are the ones you really want to punish. Couldn't get the bat on it, so we'll see if that comes back to haunt him.
Ready now with the payoff pitch. To the left side, but it's well foul. The next 3-2. And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat. So a runner on first with 1 out now, and the pitcher will bat next. Here comes Sean Newcomb. From the belt, the pitch. And they'll try and play for 1 here as he gets this one down. To second for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. So no runs on 1 base hit, no errors, and no one left on. We played 4 full. It's the Braves 3 and the Phillies nothing. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Matt, I talked with Philadelphia's manager during the break about the Phillies' offensive production to this point. And one thing he stressed to me is the need for them to have more competitive at-bats the rest of the game. He told me he can't recall many times where they've been able to get to a full count today. And while that's not always a necessity for success, they've clearly had their struggles today, especially when it comes to making things difficult on the opposing pitching.
All right, thanks, Heidi. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away. Striding in once again, Neil Walker. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
Line drive to left. And that'll get by and on through towards the wall. And he'll pull into second with 1 away.
I'll tell you, that's one of the first good swings we've seen anybody put on this guy so far. He's been throwing the ball really well, but that was one of the few mistakes we've seen him make.
Into the box, Phil Gosselin. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty, it's strike 1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone. 1 out and a runner on second base. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Fastball, and looks like they're pinching him a bit here. It's 3-1.
Well, it's a pretty well-known fact that your batting average goes up as you get into more favorable hitters counts, and that's especially true when we're talking about this kind of hitter. Not a great spot to be in if you're the pitcher.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Takes this the other way to right, and that's in there. Base hit. And they won't risk it at third, so they're at the corners now with only 1 away.
Boy, there's a bullet base hit right there, but you have to hold there, D-Row, to make sure that gets down and isn't caught for a line drive double play.
Yeah, you have to play the game right there and respect the infield and respect the line drive. I know he wants to get a ribby for his buddy, but that's the way the game's played.
At the plate, Zach Eflin, as he'll watch one miss down and in for a ball. 1-0. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. High in the air out towards shallow right. Acuna has it, and I'd be surprised if they send the runner, but no double play here as he's back in safely at third. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Roman Quinn, and their runners at the corners now. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. Below the zone, a swing and a miss.
Although he doesn't use that pitch too much, if he's able to steal some strikes early in the count, could be something they have to think about.
Now the 0-1. Slapped hard the opposite way, and this is going to wind up as extra bases, as that'll play 1 for sure and maybe a second, and that'll put him on the board as it's now a 3-1 contest.
The pitcher was spotting his pitches effectively until now, working the edges, taking the corners, but he left this one right over the plate, and it cost him with an RBI extra base hit right there.
Standing in now, Scott Kingery. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. So far this season, Kingery carries a hitting line just over the 280 plateau. The 1-0.
His pitch count is getting up there in the inning now. He needs to get this frame over with sooner than later, so forcing contact and getting the defense involved is probably the best thing he can do.
Runners at second and third with 2 gone. Outside, 3-0 now.
If you're at the plate right now, you have to realize who's on deck. I guarantee you something's over the heart of the plate. You have to be aggressive in the zone right here.
Hit in the air down the right field line. Right fielder is on the run, and he makes the catch as just the one run comes across in the inning. One for the Phillies here on the RBI double. On to the bottom of the fifth. It's the Braves 3 and the Phillies 1. Set now for the bottom of the fifth, and that'll bring up the exciting Ozzie Albies. There's a fastball well off the plate for a ball. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. Three and 0 now.
And just when you needed a shutdown inning, a leadoff walk was certainly not on the agenda. He needs to bear down right here.
And that misses ball 4 now. It's a leadoff walk to get the home half of the fifth underway. Stepping in for the Braves, Nick Markakis. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result. That's his last at bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll too.
And he'll look at a fastball that doesn't miss by a whole lot. It's 1-0. 1-1 the count now.
Looked like he was cheating a heater right there. A little bit too far out in front. Gotta find a way to keep his hands back.
Here it comes on 1-1. Good break to that thing, and it's 1-2. Pulled toward right center field. Quinn will settle under it to make the play for the first out, as the runner will have to head back to first. Stepping into the box, Freddie Freeman, 1 for 2. It was an RBI base hit for him back in the first. Oh, right back to him on the mound. There's one. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. So they go down without a whimper here. 5 innings complete. Atlanta leads it 3-1. Luke Jackson takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound.
Number 77, Luke Jackson.
At the plate, Didi Gregorius. He'll try and get things started as we begin inning number 6. First pitch coming. Here it is. Didi swings and belts a ball to right field. This is carrying well. Gone to lead off the inning. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. Home run number 15 for him thus far, and the Phils have cut it to a 3-2 game now.
Well, if I was the manager, I would tell my pitchers to work around this guy. I mean, he's hit 3 home runs against them in this series. What more do they need to see? 4, 5? Jeez, enough is enough.
So the next hitter to dig in will be Andrew McCutchen. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. It was a walk in his last trip. The 1-0. And now this ball's in the air to deep right field. Acuna going back. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out. And that'll bring up Josh Harrison. He was a double play victim last time around.
He doesn't have to worry about that in this situation, Matty. No one on base right now. Try and get something up so you can drive the baseball.
In there for strike 1. Now it looks like the Braves are going to get a lefty up and throwing in their bullpen. swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Unless you're willing to sell out and try and take one part of the field out of play and just work the ball up the middle the other way, it's extremely difficult when a guy's throwing this hard to stay back on a breaking ball. You either commit and be all in on a fastball or try and find a way to work the ball the other way to keep you back on the off speed.
Lays off 2-2 now.
Looks like this guy's afraid to throw the ball in the strike zone. He gave up that home run earlier in the inning. Needs to get back to being aggressive.
And that misses there, so he runs the count full now.
No pitcher likes to take the count to 3-2, especially when you throw a non-competitive pitch like that on 2-2. That one wasn't even close.
Markakis on the run. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
Up next for Philadelphia, the catcher,
Digging in, Andrew Knapp, 0 for 2 with a fly ball and a ground out on his line to this point. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. This is in the air to right. Acuna's there for it. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. But the Phils draw a bit closer thanks to this solo home run. Bottom of the 6th is straight ahead. It's the Braves 3 and the Phillies 2. And here's Ronald Acuna Jr. now. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. First offering on its way. Good curveball there, gets the swing and miss. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out.
That was a good job tying him up inside on that strikeout pitch. It wasn't even in the strike zone, but with the hitter protecting with 2 strikes, that's the kind of pitch you can get him to offer at, and he's probably not going to do much with it when he does make contact.
So now to the plate, Marcell Ozuna. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He's working on a 1 for 2 game so far. The pitch.
Sort of surprising to see a 5-hole hitter take 2 in a row for strikes to start an at-bat. Now he's way behind the count, so we'll see if he can battle back.
High in the air and deep to straightaway left. McCutchen looking up, and this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. A solo shot here to left. Home run number 16 for him on the year, and it's given the Braves a 4-2 lead.
Big swing right there. Give himself a little bit of breathing room. Let his pitcher go to work. Now they're up 2.
Tyler Flowers will stand in here hoping to duplicate what he did back in the 2nd inning. As we flash you back to take another look at his solo home run that helped get this offense rolling. And he takes ball 1. Well behind that fastball. It's a swinging strike.
Threw that fastball right by him. He had no chance to get the barrel of that one.
Line to second where it's caught there for out number 2.
top batter number 8. Shortstop.
Now at the plate, Charlie Culberson. He singled his last time up.
Yeah, Matty, pressure's off right now. He extended his hitting streak that last plate appearance. Now he gets to get back into his zone, work on his craft, and try and drive something in the gap.
And a breaking ball falls in there for a strike. It's 1-1. Taken off the outside as the breaking ball couldn't catch the corner. Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
Swung on and hit pretty well out to deep left field. And this one bounds around against the wall. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
Just goes to show you, if you're going to throw that two-seam fastball away, which I don't think is the best pitch anyway, you better start that thing out of the zone and let it work its way back to the corner. With this one, it started out on the corner, so it leaked back right over the heart of the plate and got whacked.
The 0-2 delivery. Hit hard on the ground to second, and that'll get through into center field for a base hit. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score.
Hey, not a bad job of hitting right there, D-Row. That wasn't the greatest of two-strike breaking balls, but you have to give this hitter credit for staying back and getting the barrel of this one.
Yeah, he did him a favor, though, Dan. You know what? With 2 strikes on you, you're battling. You're trying to protect all 4 quadrants. You don't know what weapons are coming at you. And his eyes lit up when he saw that curveball pop out of that pitcher's hand.
Ball 1. Trying to keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Now has a play, and that retires the side. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. We're through 6 full. Braves lead this one 5-2. Grant Dayton is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7. Trying to pick things up where he left off, Neil Walker. He hit a 2-bagger and later scored in his previous plate appearance.
Yeah, he jumped all over that first pitch last time up. Interested to see if he has the same approach this AB.
And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7. Into the box, Phil Gosselin. He's 1 for 2 in this one. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And he lays off there, 1-0. 5-2 our score as we play inning number 7. And he lays off the pitch up and in, ball 2. Now the 2-0. Outside and low, 3-0. Dayton stands 6-2 and throws from the left side. He was selected in the 11th round back in the 2010 first-year player draft.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
Oh, now here's a drive out to the alley. Legs churning. He's headed for second. And he'll reach second now with 1 away.
When you drive the ball into the gap like that, nothing but good things can happen. Neither one of the outfielders had the wheels to catch up to it, and he glides easily into second for a double. Now we'll see if the guys behind him can get him in.
Gene Segura will come on now as a pinch hitter, so that'll spell the end for Francisco Liriano. There's the fastball that gets the lower part of the zone, called for a strike. Runner at second here with 1 man out. And it's quickly 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. The next 0-2 is swung on and missed. He got him.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Here's the first pitch to him. Roman Quinn is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. A 1 pitch on its way. Now a hard liner, but foul. And now the runner's trying for third. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Nick Pivetta gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th. Last half of the 7th here, and that'll bring up Ozzie Albies. Oh, and he just blows the fastball by him for strike 1. Pivetta, a 27-year-old. He was a 4th-round selection back in the draft of 2013.
Hey, nothing has been handed to this guy. Drafted in the middle rounds, and he has found his way in the big leagues. This has turned out to be a really nice pick.
Starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike 2 anyway. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. The 1-2. And he fouls this one off. This is hit the other way out toward left field. The catch is made out there by McCutchen, and that's the first out.
Now batting.
Into the box now, Nick Markakis. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Line drive to center field. But sadly for him, this will head straight to the center fielder as he puts it away without much trouble for the second out.
The first baseman, Freddie Freeman.
Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. No balls and 1 strike. 2 out, nobody on. Checks his swing, but this will be strike 2 call. Stays alive, still 0-2. And that's a swinging strike 3 in the dirt. Now has it. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. Braves are set down 1-2-3. They're still out in front 5-2. Chris Martin will come on in relief now as he'll make his 10th appearance of the season. Ready to begin the 8th, and that'll bring up the former first-rounder Scott Kingery. And the pitch. Bullet back up the middle. Markakis patrolling center makes the play, 1 out. Time to give you a look now at the numbers for our 2 starting pitchers, and really nothing to write home about on either line as neither guy was able to last even 6 innings. Here's Didi Gregorius. It was a solo shot for him in his last at-bat. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hit on the ground out to short. He's got it. On to Freeman at first, and there are 2 away now. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Andrew McCutchen. 2 away here in the 8th, and time's running out on him, Danny.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of outs left to work with, so it's time for someone to make something happen if they're going to get back into this thing.
We're in the 8th inning now of a 5-2 ball game. And it's fouled away. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Acuna digs in now. No hits for him yet in the game despite his team's offensive onslaught. And that misses low and away, ball 1. The 1-0 home. Grounded to first. Gloved by Walker. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted. Digging in and looking for more, Marcell Ozuna. He went deep last time up.
Yeah, that last at bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile. But, hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
Ozuna swings, and it's hit well to left. McCutchen going back, and it's gone as they add still another. A solo shot here to left, his second of the game, as they open it up to 6-2 now.
Well, he turns on this thing and drives it out, extending the lead here to 4 in the bottom of the 8th. I wouldn't be surprised if that keeps the closer in the bullpen for now. No need to bring him in a non-save situation. Let him relax unless something happens at the top of the 9th that warrants getting him up.
Here now is the catcher, Tyler Flowers, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. With this one almost in books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
Goslin will put this one away, and the side is retired. Braves able to tack on another courtesy of the solo shot. Last chance coming up for the Fightin' Phils. It's now 6-2. Josh Harrison stands in. Here comes the first pitch. Fouled off. Oh, 0-1 count and the pitch. This is line to left. And that'll get down out there for extra bases. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
Left fielder really never had a chance at that one at all. It was over his head before he knew it, bouncing off the base of the wall for an easy double. Those are the kind of shots anyone would feel good about.
Into the box now, Andrew Knapp, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. The 0-1 pitch. Little chopper back to the mound. Throw goes to third. And a good decision on the throw as he is meat at third base. A tag, and they got him at second base to turn a double play. So stepping in, Neil Walker, and he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the 9th. 1 ball, no strikes the count. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. On the ground up the middle. He's right there. Throw to first. He'll be in time to get him. And the Braves have bounced back from consecutive losses to take game 3 of the series as this ball game is over.
Well, in hindsight, it was the right choice to let the setup guy stay in the game and finish this thing. I wasn't so sure before, but the results sure speak for themselves.
And tonight's ends at a 6-2 finish. The Atlanta Braves get their 20th home win this year. Sean Newcomb earned his 5th win of the year. Chris Martin works 2 full innings in relief to record the save, his second. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
All right, well, the Braves come back here in Game 3 and take it to Zach Eflin and the Phils and win this one by a final score of 6-2. As Marcell Ozuna was the player of the game in this one, 3 for 4 with 2 home runs and a double. And we're just going to jump right into it. Sean Newcomb gets the win, and Chris Martin gets the save, and we're just going to jump right in to take a look at some of the action that went down earlier on. And here we have Kingery flying out into a double play. As what happened there in the top half of the ninth, I have no idea what happened with the running. The guy accidentally, and he was safe there. I'm sorry, he was safe, but they called him out. Nevertheless, I kind of had a feeling the way this game was going earlier on that it probably wasn't going to go my way, but I digress. Freddie Freeman put it where they weren't, and that happened a lot this game as it unfolded. But Atlanta jumped out to the lead, and they never surrendered the lead as Tyler Flowers goes yard here. Sends this one out into the deep left field seats. All right, maybe not that deep, but it barely made it over the wall. So he gets a home run here. That made it 2-0 in the bottom of the second. And here we have Ozzie Albies, who doubles to right. And once again, it maybe just... Yeah, okay, well, it was just fair. So that made it 3-0. That was in the bottom of the second. So they were off and running in the second inning. And here's where the Phils scored at least one run, the first of 2, I should say, as the league's leading hitter takes this one out, scoring the 1 run on the run batted in. And Didi with the second run of the game as he parks this one into right field. Don't worry, Jay, that play will be coming up. You'll see what the blunder was. And here was the second home run. I believe this was his second home run. He homered twice this game, so this made it 4-2 on the single home run out to left field. Back, and gone into the Phils bullpen. I don't think Kutch had a shot at that, but good try there, Kutch. And here was the ground ball into center field that scored yet another run. That made it 5-2 in the bottom of the sixth. And yes, here's Ozuna's second home run as he parks this one way out of here. Home run into left field. Wow, that was up there too. So Ozuna nails that one, and that's really all it would take. Of course, we're not going to show the blunder. We're going to show the ground out. But that's the way it would end. But that's it. So the Bravos take Game 3. Sean Newcomb gets the win. Zach Eflin takes the loss. We're going to just got to get out of this one as Chris Martin also gets the save. Marcell Ozuna, definitely a well-earned player of the game. He was 3 for 4 with 2 home runs and a double. Hard to beat that. As sorry, Jay, they didn't show that replay. But you can better believe it was a blunder on my part. So the Phils drop 1 to the Bravos, and they will look to maybe win the series tomorrow as Vince Velasquez heads to the hill looking for win number 11. And he'll be opposed by Mike Soroka. So that will end the road trip as the Phils will venture back to Truist Field and look to possibly walk away with a victory and look to take 3 out of 4 from the Braves. So there was a lot of things that went on in this game. Obviously, the Phils were not hitting very well. I believe that in last night's endeavor, and last night's outing, if you will, they may have scored all the runs they were going to score last night. But they definitely scored a bunch last night and managed to only score 2 tonight. But hey, that's baseball. You can score 11 runs one night and only score 2 the following night in a losing effort. But be that as it may, tomorrow you will definitely see the regular starters back in the game. I got to say, Didi is still on fire. Roman is still on fire. Wanted to get some bench players in there that haven't really seen much action in this series. Although I will say last night, the bench pretty much owned last night's game, but not tonight. But we will see what happens tomorrow as the Phils look to take the series 3 out of 4, or there is that remote possibility that the Braves could split this series with the Phils. And thereby also, I believe, going 500 on the season series thus far, as I believe it was 2 out of 3 last time. So yeah, we're looking to potentially be batting 500, if you will. But and in any event, Vince Velasquez will head to the hill tomorrow night. He'll be looking to get the win. So your top player, spotlight player of the game is Marcell Ozuna, who was en fuego tonight as he went 3 for 4 with 2 runs, 2 home runs, 2 runs batted in, and a double. I got to give it to Roman Quinn though. As I saw the graphic there, as you probably would have noticed, the computer was playing a couple innings of this game. In my absence of playing, apparently Roman was a home run short of the cycle. However, if that was last night, he probably would have hit the cycle because he hit a home run last night. But I digress. We'll see what happens in the next game. So we're going to do a little around the league with Justin Allegri, and we're going to come back with a couple closing comments and maybe take a look at tomorrow night's matchup and get you set for that. And we'll be back right after this with Justin Allegri with the update.
Good Thursday morning to you, Show Nation. Let's jump right into Wednesday's baseball action. Looking first at the NL East, the Atlanta Braves totaled 11 hits as they defeated the visiting Fightin' Phils 6-2. Eliezer Hernandez was victorious for the 5th time this season, helping lead the Marlins to a win over the Redbirds 6-1. Wander Suero earned the 3rd W of his season, leading the Nationals to a win over the Buccos 3-2. The New York Mets launched 3 home runs as they grabbed a win in extras over the Giants 7-5. The Cubs got 12 hits in this one as they got past the Reds in Cincinnati 6-3. Alex Claudio won his 4th game thus far, helping lead the Brewers to a victory over Toronto 4-3. The Dodgers brought out the brooms in a 3-game sweep as they got a road win against Arizona 8-3. They now have 6 straight victories. The Colorado Rockies hit 3 long balls as they grabbed the win against the visiting Royals 5-3. The San Diego Padres combined for 10 hits as a team as they bested the visiting Indians 3-2. The A's allowed only 5 hits in the game as they took down the Rays in St. Petersburg 4-3. The Yankees swung it well with 15 hits in the game as they blew out Baltimore 6-0. The Chi Sox knocked out 12 hits as a team as they defeated the visiting Tigers 6-5. The Red Sox sent 3 balls into the seats as they pulled off the win against the Angels in Orange County 5-4. The Seattle Mariners amassed 14 hits in the game as they were winners over the visiting Rangers 5-4. The Minnesota Twins launched 3 home runs as they got a win over the Astros in Houston 5-2. As always, thanks for tuning in. That's all we've got this morning. Enjoy the games later today, and we'll see you tomorrow.
All right, thank you very much, Justin Allegri, for the update there from around the majors. As we take a look at tomorrow's matchup, you see there Double V looking for win number 11. He was tarnished by that 1 loss, but he is looking to bounce back with yet another win. His last outing, let's go back. Was that the 21 strikeout game? I'll have to go back and check that out. I believe it was. Yeah. That had to be the one right there. Let's see something here. I'm curious. Let's just take a look at the pitching here against the Mets. No, not that one. Not that one. Must have been the one before that. But in any event, I don't know if he's going to get 20 strikeouts, 21 strikeouts, or even 10, but he's looking for another win, and as are the Phils, as they're looking to bounce back from the loss tonight. You take a look at the standings there. I was scrolling through them while Justin Allegri was doing the update. Phil's still 17.5 up on the Marlins, pretty much in firm control of the National League East, it would seem. After dropping the clunker today, the Phils fall to 64-15, you see there. Marlins 17.5 out. Mets 19.5 out, the Braves 27.5 out, and the Nationals 30 and a half games out. The former world champions down there in the toilet, in the cellar. But as we say in baseball, anything can happen, and we are still in the first half of the season. Although looking at the calendar, we are rapidly approaching the halfway point as we are just about to end the month of June. Just looking ahead into the schedule, the Phils venture home for looks like what's going to be a 7-game homestand. Yeah, 7-game homestand before they head back out west. That's going to be a heck of a schedule. Good grief. But in any event, tomorrow it's going to be Vince against Mike Soroka, looking for the win number 11, before heading on home to Citizens Bank Park for the start of a 7-game homestand beginning this weekend at 6:05 with the Arizona Diamondbacks coming into town for 4 games Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. One of those wraparound series that end one week and begin another. I got to admit, I'm kind of a fan of those series, to be quite honest with you. But that will end it for tonight. Tomorrow is another day. As you see, Vince Velasquez, once again, so far this season, he has the most strikeouts in one game of any pitcher on this staff. Will he do it again? I guess we will just have to wait and see tomorrow night. It's supposed to be a day game, but obviously I will be working, and I will probably be getting this thing started probably around about 5:35-ish, maybe 6:05-ish, depending. So that's it for now, boys and girls. I certainly appreciate everybody tuning in as you usually do. Don't forget to check out the Facebook page, Bilskie's Phillies Season, to follow along what's going on with the team here as we move on through this simulated season. And as I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, the actual Major League Baseball season, which will be consisting of 60 games, will be starting at the end of July. But I'm still going to play this out. I'm interested to see how it all turns out, how it all pans out, and we shall see. But as far as current history, the Phils lead the series 2-1 as they drop a clunker tonight at the hands of the Atlanta Braves. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. It was 6-2 your final. Tomorrow is another day for a win. Guess we'll have to tune in and see. Well, that's it for now, everybody. Thanks for watching, and have a good night, everybody.